It's an actual number.
We're going to see Mission Impossible. Thank you. Run a quick errand at Ulta. Some Anastasia. I need a brow wiz, which is here we are again. It is Sunday. Suzanne has 4 days of school. We are doing our Sunday eat out until she goes back to her home. And she's going to be cleaning the house there. So we're eating at, it's called Jorge's Mexican Grill. We've been here before and we're going to enjoy probably fajitas. Right? Okay. See you soon. It is Wednesday and I am out doing my 2-mile walk. We have had rain. We had rain yesterday. We're supposed to have rain again today. It has just been absolutely incredible and I am loving it. These flowers in front that hardly ever do well are just so happy. And I thought I would show you real quick the new plants that I put out. I come out once a week or once every 2 weeks and do my trimming. So all of this is pretty well trimmed. I don't think I'll have to come out until maybe a week later. Okay, my husband put that on my plant. I'm gonna have to move it. Okay, anyway, so these are the new things that I put out. The first 4 in front were already here, but I added some more daylilies. Daylilies seem to do the best in this area, so I thought I would leave those as my main plant. My mock orange has been blooming. Some of the blooms have fallen off now, so it's not quite as beautiful as it once was. Here, another daylily. These are now in bloom and doing well. These 5 have already been here and they are trying to grow. And then I added these 3 last week and hopefully they will be beautiful as well. So those are yellow and these should be sort of an orange color, hopefully. And then I bought plants and these I've already had out. I showed these before. And then I added these 2 plants that had trailing vines on them and I thought they would help cover up this empty space that I really haven't decided what I want to put in here. Maybe eventually someday it will be daylilies as well. But this year I have spent all the money I'm going to spend on plants because it is just horrendously high. All in all, and I hate to admit this, but I spent probably nearly $600 on plants and I am totally not happy with that. But we had a lot of things die out, and if you're going to have plants and you want your yard to look beautiful, it means spending some money. It's a little bit foggy, so sorry about the fog, but I'm going to go in the back in a little bit and show you what other plants I have added to our massive yard. Here we are in the back. Here's my little Oreo. She's having her lunch right now. We are still having bird problems. They still come up, and I had to wash off the deck this morning and get all the bird poop off. And here's some already from 3 hours ago. Oh well. So I've added these plants, and I'll let you see how they are doing with the rain. It's almost getting to be too much rain, but we're not going to complain because we rarely get a ton of rain this time of year. I mean, sometimes we'll get thunderstorms, but not rain like every other day. And that's what it has been, is about every other day. So it's just a blessing. I am just so happy about the rain. So everything's looking pretty good. Oh, we have a bloom here. Pretty. And even my hydrangea bush, it only has little flat leaves. It doesn't have big blossoms because they don't survive in this part of the country. But I have been able to keep the flat leaf hydrangea so far. Some petunias, and then I think I'm losing this little one here. I'm going to have to replant right there. But most of these right here were transplants. And of course the second row I've showed before is new. My roses are still doing really well. They're bigger than they've ever been. They are just absolutely gorgeous. I love roses. My mother was able to grow beautiful roses, and she really took care of hers. I'm not so good at it, but I sure do love to try. And it's really pretty. My husband is already going to have to come out and mow the grass. He mowed last Thursday, but this is Wednesday of the next week, and it's already, looking like, come mow me again. And we are planning a trip. We're planning to leave next Thursday, so we're going to have to get some yard work done before we leave. Those are not new, and they are getting ready to bloom. These are new, and they will also be that orange color, I'm thinking. That's what the package said. So we'll see. They're looking a little yellow. It's kind of making me nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, nothing over here is new. This is all just regrowth, and they are doing well and getting ready to bloom. Everything looks really pretty, looks good. And then this is my new addition. I'm trying another rose in this corner where that plant died, and I put up some little rocks to kind of match the end of my other row. Hi, Oreo, did you want to come and walk with me? That's great. So, yeah, daylilies here, an alum there, and now here comes my daylilies. They are starting to bloom, and they are just beautiful. That rose was new last year. These alums are about 3 years old, so hopefully they will do well. These have just become giants around the bush or the tree here that I've had for a couple of years. They are doing well. And here are my new roses. They're little, so it's going to take them a while to grow, but so far so good, I think. They're doing okay. And then these little roses were new last year, and they seem to be doing fine. And that one was new last year. So I just kind of want a variety of colors. Oh my word, Oreo, look at those. Aren't they beautiful as your tail swishes by them? Yeah, and then this one is very old. It was here when we moved here. So it's doing well. And then these two are new, I believe, last year. Okay, so everything's looking good there. None of these are new. They've been here. And the one in the back that's looking a little bit yellow, it is new. But I wanted to fill out that corner and make it to where all of these made a beautiful little kind of a V shape around the tree. And this tree is doing pretty good. That one down there is not doing so good, but we'll just kind of wing it and see how it goes. There is a weed I need to get. We do not want this starting. Yeah. Okay. And then as we walk around, I changed my little garden iron, little gate frame, whatever you want to call it. I put it back here. that I gotten at an estate sale. I'm trying to keep all of this stuff low, and it looks like I'm probably going to have to come out next week before we leave and give it another trim. So I moved that garden gate over there, and it blew down one time, so we'll kind of have to see how it goes. These three are new. This one has been here for a while, and my transplant I don't think is going to make it, but we're not going to give up on it yet. We'll see how it goes. But those should be twins, the two pink knockout roses. So we'll see how that goes. None of this is new. It's all been here. And this rose bush was doing well, and now it's not looking so good. Maybe, I don't know if it's getting too much rain or what, but it is really growing tall. And of course, none of this is new. Now, we used to have plants along here, but the ground cover is pretty well taken over, and that's okay. I don't really mind for it to take over. I think that will be fine as I pick up sticks walking along. And Oreo is still coming with me. And all this vinery is doing the vinca vines, is what these are. This is all vinca vines. And we have mosquitoes. Sorry, I had to blow off a mosquito. I thought using castor oil was kind of keeping the mosquitoes away from me. I don't know if that's right, because I didn't seem to have as much trouble when I came out and worked in the yard, because we have tons of mosquitoes in our yard. Okay, I'm back to where I started. I just wanted to give you a quick view of how my plants are doing, how my yard is doing, and it's looking beautiful. And we just thank the dear Lord for this blessed rain. It is gorgeous, isn't it, Oreo? We are so happy about this rain, aren't we? We're so happy about it. Good morning. It is Thursday. I had such a good time yesterday. My niece and great niece came. I didn't film anything because it was a hurried trip. But we went to the tennis courts and played tennis, and then we played pickleball. Because my sister cannot play tennis with her wrist that she has broken, but she's almost ready to be out of the cast, so that's good. But she was able to play pickleball. Sorry, my husband is texting me. That's what that little ding is. So I am off today because I need to get our car serviced. We need to have the oil changed, the tires rotated, and a general check over, because we might be going on a trip next week. However, Suzanne is not feeling well. She has a really bad cough, which she got from her other co-workers who have been coughing for about a month. So I feel so sorry for her, and hope and pray that she will get better. And we may have to postpone our trip. We'll just see how she's feeling, but at least we'll get the car serviced and get that done. So my sister is taking her granddaughter to a university in the old hometown where I used to live, so she will be free for about 3 hours while she goes to a volleyball camp. So she's going to meet me. We're going to do a little of course, you know, estate sailing. There's quite a few estate sales. And then I have some errands to run. So come along with me, join me. And sorry I haven't been doing a lot lately because it's been raining, and I've just had things to do around the house, around the yard. I've been catching up on those things. So I will pick up the camera and let you join me when things might be interesting, I hope. This one is busy. So we shall see. That's pretty. I think that would be so cute. Let me see what this one is. Just but it's pretty. Yes, it is.
I live in Amarillo. God bless.
You good?
The birdhouse little.
Is that right?
But you think there would be one
Yeah,
in between?
I would think. So Salad Master, $75 with all the parts. That's cool. This one has some really pretty items.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see that.
Oh. Okay, let's see what these little plates are. That's pretty. I can't see.
That is pretty.
We'll think about that. You said $12 for a set of 7. Okay.
No, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Couldn't count. Oh, well.
This is pretty too if you ever want it gold. Backyard.
That is cute
That
to
is
hang.
cute. It would
I would
be.
even love that. That's cute.
I think so too.
Everybody knows. You can't believe what I spent in that store. Oh my gosh.
That is very pretty. Okay, I wanted to show you this little bird sitting in the crystal. It's on a little egg with the bird. I didn't even see what was there.
Okay. They're good books. They're not.
Those are the same people that.
Oh my word, look here.
I was there last time. Remember him?
Yep.
I hope he's around.
Yep. Okay. See the birdhouse out there? It's cute.
Oh yeah.
It's a stand-up birdhouse.
Yep.
And pretty things. Beautiful pergola. Look at the boot birdhouse. That is hilarious. But none of it looks like it's for sale.
I called them this morning. They came in yesterday, and I'm going to take these to Lora. Guess where they are?
Well, I hope I'll see you again.
It makes me mad when I do that kind of thing.
Okay. Estate sale number 2, and it is a trailer park area. So, we shall see.
It's set number 3.
Uh-huh. It's really pretty. It looks like ironstone.
It is pretty.
Here's a lamp.
There's a picture.
I don't know if you would like that.
This is with records, but there's no records.
There is a flavor smell, isn't there? Kind of smells fruity. It's a cute thing, though.
It is.
I bet he wouldn't want a watermelon lamp either.
I bet he would.
There's actually more in here than I thought there would be. Yeah.
No, Edith is.
Look at those little snowmen. They're so cute.
It's not a cookie jar, is it? I'm trying to decide. It might be a bean pot. Do you think it's a bean pot?
Maybe. That's probably it.
You
Because
could
I
use
can't
it for a cookie jar, but
Yeah, but not a normal looking kind of cookie jar. It's kind of cute.
maybe it's a
isn't it?
bean pot.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a cookie jar.
Around the corner.
Well, no.
These all together.
Oh, okay. Cute.
Oh my word, somebody had a passion for bears. Like I have a passion for teacups. Look at all these bears.
Oh my goodness.
They're even in the closet.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be a good one too.
It's $50.
How cute. Oh my word. All right, I'm all finished at the Toyota place. I had to stay a little bit longer because they said that I needed to have my wheels aligned. So we just stayed a little longer because I want to have that done before we go on our trip if we get to go. So that worked out really well. So we got the oil changed, the tires rotated, the tires aligned, and we're all clear. So right now I'm waiting for my sister because I left my water cup in her car. She went to pick up her granddaughter. So as soon as I get the things from her, I will go to my next estate sale. And then I think I need to go to Dillard's and look for my husband something for our anniversary. I really don't know what to get him. I never do know what to get him. He's really hard to buy for. I know that he would like Apple products, but I cannot afford Apple products. So I could give him some money to get something from Apple, but I couldn't give him the whole thing. But anyway, that's what I plan to do. So I think my errands will be Dillard's, and perhaps I need to go to get some cinnamon rolls for our breakfast over the summer at a bakery that's here. I'd really rather do my lady that's in town, but she's busy with grandchildren, so I don't know if she's baking right now. And then I do need to run to the store and get some fruit and things like that for next week for a few days. So I'm just waiting, and we'll get going as soon as I get my water cup. All right, I am solo now, and this is extremely crowded, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film, but we shall see. It's really crowded. Wow. Holy cow. All right, so the estate sale was so crowded you could not move, so I gave it up and walked out. It was I've never been to one that was that crowded. So we're going to run in here to, I'm going to the men's Dillard's. It's in a different location. We have a women's Dillard's, now we have a men's Dillard's, and they're in opposite directions. So I'm going to look for my husband something for our anniversary, and probably a shirt, because there's a certain kind of shirt that he really does like. So let's go see if we can find a shirt. I haven't been into Dillard's in so long, I can't even remember where things are. So, all right, success. I found the shirt, and what he likes to wear is the Travel Smart, and I think even maybe Travel Smart Performance. I don't know, but for right now, I just got him the Travel Smart, and his favorite color is red. So this should fit the bill. Plus, it'll be really good for 4th of July. All right, so let's go to a few more estate sales. I'm still going to go pick up some cinnamon rolls maybe, and then we'll see what else we can get into. All right, let's try another one, shall we? This one was pretty far out. I had to drive about 15 minutes. So we shall see what it is about. And we are having a really cool day. It's only going to be about 65 degrees. Backyard area, not too swift.
Those are pretty simple. I'm ready for you.
Oh, see?
There you go. I ran into the card that I had for your anniversary. It's still there. I gave you all the gift.
Well, that one was nice, but I didn't see anything, and I still looking for a lamp for my husband for his desk. And I found one and I sent him the picture. I might insert it if I think about it. And he didn't want that one either. So he's going to be really hard to please. I'm not quite as... I need to be harder to please. And that way I won't spend any money. Yeah. Let's try another one. I kind of have a feeling there won't be anything here, but you just never know. That's why I like to go to them all. Because sometimes you find treasures in places you think you would never dream. So we shall try. Lots of marble items. I hardly ever see anything marble. Here is Suzanne's pink restoration dishes. Really pretty. Oh, wow. Look at my blue stuff. Beautiful. It's so nice to see when somebody likes blue as much as I do. That's a pretty lamp. $39 for that. This would be a neat thing. $125 for butcher's block. My dad liked the horses. Okay, y'all, there is a lamp that is really pretty. It's not going to be for my husband, but it might be neat for my sister-in-law. It's really cute. Okay, I just got some gold jewelry for Suzanne to look at, 4 different pieces, and they just charged me $2 a piece because it said $3 a piece, but when I took it up there to the man, he just went $2,468. So I got her some things to look at, and I will go home and wash them in my Dawn soap, give them a bath, and let her see. Okay, I think there's 2 more. And then I will head to the bakery, maybe. This one was a walk. I had to walk quite a ways. It wasn't crowded or anything. It was just on a small street. And there wasn't a whole lot of parking. So it's all right. I get in my, won't be quite 2 miles a day, but I'll get in some of the exercise. Good evening. You may can see that I am a little bit tired. It is 11 o'clock and I need to go to bed. So after I finished the last video, I believe I was finishing up the last estate sale and I said there were 2 more. I was worn out. I just did not do the 2 more. I was ready to go home. So I went to the store, picked up a few items, went to the bakery, and then I came on home after I picked up food for my husband and I. We had Taco Garcia's tonight. I always get a dinner that's called the Viernes, which is a vegetarian. It doesn't have any meat. It's just got cheeses, a naked relleno, a chalupa, and let's see what, and an enchilada, cheese enchilada. So that's what I enjoyed while we watched Kyle Paulo. Actually, is who we've been watching because he takes us to Disney World almost every day, which is kind of fun. If you've never watched Kyle Apollo, it's called The Daily Dose. He always goes to Disney World, and he's been showing Epic Universe from Universal Studios. So anyway, that's what we watched, and then I just kind of chilled out for the evening. So I'll show you what I picked up the estate sales and what I got from the bakery. At the bakery, they did have some cinnamon rolls, and there's actually 13 of them. And as you can see, there is one missing because my husband wanted one. So I leave them out for a day, and I put them in this is a 2-gallon bag, and I put them in the freezer. And I always cut them up so that we can, share them. Usually I just have half of one for my breakfast in the summer. So those will last maybe a couple of weeks. And then I also picked up some cookies. They had cookies. If you bought 3 dozen, you saved $3, which I don't know if that's a savings or not. But I'm doing the same thing. I put them in a bag. They are just some assorted cookies, various flavors. I think she gave me like 4 maybe of each kind. There were about, whatever it would come up to be, 3 dozen. There were that many different ones. And I thought, we'll have these since Suzanne's coming home for the summer. And I just keep them in the refrigerator. And if after a week, I'll put them in the freezer. And all you have to do is stick them in the microwave for about 7 seconds, and it freshens them up, and they're just fine. And the cinnamon rolls, I put in the microwave for about maybe 20 seconds if they're from the freezer, or I can put them in our toaster. The toaster works just fine. And then at the store, I got some onions, a banana, an avocado. I got some fruit, apples, bananas, blueberries, and I think mayonnaise. I didn't get very much at the store. And 3 waters, because the waters were on sale. Dasani waters were on sale for $3.49 a case. So that was wonderful. So we will enjoy these things from the bakery. All right, here's what I got at the estate sale. So I know I wasn't supposed to buy another teacup. This is from Bavaria in Germany. And it's called Kernst. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen and I'll show you how it's spelled. But anyway, you can tell it's fine bone china, and it was just beautiful. And it was on this little display gold thing, and they said I could have that too. But anytime I find something in a foreign country, my rule is to only buy teacups from Europe. So this one happened to be from Bavaria, and I thought that was really cool. And you may have heard us talking about this birdhouse, and it's really not a birdhouse because it's solid. So somebody had a wonderful time, mosaic, and I think they took maybe broken pieces and they just went bananas. No pun intended there. But yeah, for $8, I thought it was the cutest thing. Now I'm going to put it outside because I don't think it's something for the house particularly. And it will last just fine because it's, it's pretty solid and everything. But I thought that was pretty cute. Somebody had an ingenious idea to create this little birdhouse out of all these broken pieces of pottery. I'm sure it was plates and teacups and all sorts of things. And then I have this kind of fruit stuff, up here. So I have a feeling that they took those pieces of fruit that may have broken and just used them on here. How ingenious is that? Pretty cute. So anyway, what I also liked about it, besides all of the colors, I just loved all the colors, is it has this little saying, and you can tell it was scratched in. And it says, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, and peace. Galations, looks like, I can't read. No, I'm sorry, Galations, maybe 5:22 and 23. I will have to look that up. Maybe I can put this scripture on the end of my video. I'll look that up. That would be a neat way to end my video. So, anyway, I thought that was neat that they, did that. Somebody did this. It's not something that you would buy. They actually made this. And like I said, it's just as solid as a rock. And I bet they had fun. I love it. I would like to do that. Yeah, I think that's cute. All right, so the teacup, the birdhouse was $8. The teacup was $12. That's a little more than I like to pay, but because it was from Germany, I let myself go there. And then they had records at this one place, and these are for Suzanne. They were $3 a piece, and of course they're Disney. So this is Christmas favorites. I thought she would enjoy that. And it's just it's a jacket. It doesn't have a story or anything. And then the Walt Disney Studios, Chilling Thrilling Sounds of the Haunted House. I thought she would enjoy that because the Haunted Mansion is one of her favorite rides. And then this is Peter Pan, and I believe it's, no, it's also just a jacket. It doesn't have the story. And then Brer Rabbit, and I hope that I haven't already gotten her these, but we'll ask her. Now, the Brer Rabbit one does have the story, which this is my favorite one. Not this particular story. What I mean is this type of record is my favorite because it actually has the story in pages inside the jacket. This just adds to it. I just think that's so cute. And in honor of them changing the ride in Disneyland and Disney World from Brer Rabbit to Tiana, this would be just a memory for us for Splash Mountain. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of cute. Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby. People had a fit about the Tar Baby, and I don't know. Anyway, I just thought this would be kind of a fun memory of the Splash Mountain ride. I hope she will like it. So anyway, these records were $3 a piece. I didn't think that was terrible. I'm going to give them a wipe down because they're a little bit dusty. My Mother's Day plant, the hydrangea is gone. The roses died, but the mums are still wanting to stay alive. So I keep my floral arrangements until they absolutely fall completely apart. Because anytime my husband gives me flowers, I want them to last as long as possible. So I change the water every day, and I let them go as long as they can possibly go. Okay, I also picked up a hat. I don't like getting hats, but this I'm going to throw in the washing machine. And I'm going to take off these little things that says Diva. I don't have to have that written on my hat. I don't have to have anything written on a hat. So I wore Lillian's hat when I played tennis the other day, and I thought, you know what, this helps. So, to keep the sun out of your eyes. So I'm just going to pull these off. They just pop right off. Throw this in the washing machine. It really didn't look dirty. I don't see any makeup. I don't see any hair, gross. That's kind of yucky. That's why, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about hats. But anyway, washing machine, if it falls apart, I won't lose but 50 cents. And then one place had some Bath & Body Works Perfect in Pink. I don't know how long ago Perfect in Pink was a thing, but for $3, we're going to see if it smells okay, because you can always use some Bath & Body, and it's a full set, and it looks like it has never even been opened at all. So it must have been a gift or something, and they maybe just didn't like it or didn't have time to open it or whatever. And then at one, I got some gold jewelry for Suzanne to look at. Now these are mesh. You hardly ever see these mesh necklaces. This one is plain. It doesn't have anything on it. But this one, y'all, look how sweet this is. It's a choker style, but it's got a little crystal here. It's got some beads that move down here with it. And it's also that mesh stuff. I haven't seen that in forever. I don't know how old mesh jewelry is, but I thought that was kind of cool. If she doesn't like it, that's just fine. I'll keep it, whatever. And then this one had some natural stones in it. And this is how long it is. Let me see if I can pick it up. There. Okay. So it goes from here to here. So you could double it, triple it, whatever. And it's got a green stone, a yellow stone, a rust stone, some pink, some clear. That one's kind of a rust. And this one is sort of grayish. No, it's green. It's green. So, you know, I don't know if she would like something like that. But these were all the 2, 4, 6, 8 prices. And y'all, I thought this was gold. It's not. It's silver. Because when I washed it, that rust came off. And I'm going to polish it with my cloth. And I'm not so sure that it might not be sterling silver. If it is, Suzanne may not get this one. Because I have got something that I need a chain for. Oops, sorry. I let it go. It's pretty long, which is good. Because I like my jewelry. I like my necklaces long. But anyway, yeah. Oh, you know, I don't know. Is it gold? It's silver? Or did the gold wear off? And it's cheap. I don't know. I'll look at it tomorrow in the sunlight. I can't see a thing in the dark. It's just too dark tonight. So I'll check it over tomorrow. And we'll let it dry. And they've already had their bath. So they're ready to go. And then I did such a dumb thing. All of the contents of my purse are right here. And the purse that my niece gave me is hanging here to dry because I had to wash the bottom of it because I did a thing. I went to that coffee place called Dutch Brothers. And I got myself a Golden Eagle decaf. And I know I'm not supposed to have coffee, but I'm going to have a few sips a day until it's gone. But anyway, I had put it in my car, and I had this little side holder. And the person at the Toyota place pushed it too far forward when they moved my car. And when I put it in there, it fell over and went into where my feet are. And my purse was down by my feet. So it got wet, and I lost 3/4 of my coffee. That is just my day. I don't know. Sometimes I just have one of those days. But anyway, I got it all cleaned up. And thank goodness Brighton is washable. You know, it's easy to wash. And it was just on the bottom. So hopefully after it dries, you'll never know that I had an upset. But anyway, so that's why the contents of my purse are out there. Got into today. That was my day's worth of stuff that I found at the estate sales. Wouldn't it be fun to have a business where you would buy things at estate sales at a low price and a good value and resell them and not charge an arm and a leg, but, you know, just resell them and make a little bit of money back. I always thought that would be so fun to have a store where you would have estate sale items that were just unique and cool and decorative for the home and all that sort of thing. So anyway, it's a pipe dream, but a lot of this stuff that I'm buying is probably not going to stay with me, but that's okay. I'm having so much fun going to them, and I don't spend tons of money, just a little. Or have a booth. I'd love to have a booth somewhere and just display all of these things and resell them someday, the ones that don't mean, you know, that much to me. A lot of the things that I buy, I really, really do like. And a lot of the dishes that I buy, I use, you know. So it's not all to go to waste, but some of it probably is. Shame on me. But I sure do have a lot of fun. All right, Suzanne is still sick. And anyway, she's got a doctor's appointment Monday, and I feel so sorry for her. I don't know what to do. So prayers for Suzanne that she will get better. I think we're going to have to postpone our trip. If we do, that's just fine. And so, anyway, you adjust and you just, whenever we want everybody to stay well, healthy and well is the most important. So I will check you another time. I am going to bed. Good night.